I'm Lori Mertes. I'm the Executive Director at Locust Projects in Miami. So the gallery started in 1998. There were 3 artists who had just graduated from art school up north. They came back to Miami, and they really saw that there weren't a lot of spaces for artists to be able to keep continuing to push their studio practice. And so they decided, they found a warehouse in Wynwood before Wynwood was Wynwood. They were early pioneers, and they started out basically showing their own work first and then started inviting other artists. And it turned into this really vital resource for artists to be able to experiment and be really ambitious. Like 1998, Miami was just starting to really happen. You had museums like the Museum of Contemporary Art and the Miami Art Museum had just both started really focusing on contemporary art. And you had a few private collections like the Revell family collection. So the artists who were the founders, were from Miami, but were really drawn to come back to Miami because they saw this amazing artwork that was here and available, but they also saw that this was a really sort of exciting place to be, a warm place to be, but also that it was filled with potential. When Locust Projects really started in Wynwood in 1998, there was nothing really. It was just kind of industrial, empty warehouses, some scattered residential. And over time, as it started to become a real arts destination, galleries and developers started moving in, the Locust Projects was pushed out. They just couldn't keep and afford the rent. And so the next move was here to the design district where, Craig Robbins, who is the developer, who's really the visionary behind the design district, had some open spaces and was always really friendly to artists and helping to support artists and gave us our first space here. And that was before all of these major, amazing fashion companies started moving in. So now we're in this kind of interesting in-between place where we're on the edge of one of the most fabulous places in Miami, honestly. And how long we can stay here, we're not quite sure, but it's great to have it now. So Locust Projects is in this really sort of essential place in terms of the arts ecosystem in Miami. It's not a commercial gallery, and it's not an art museum or an institution that has limitations. It's in this space where we can really be this laboratory where new art and new ideas can come to life. And as a result, it's given a lot of artists an opportunity to do something that they weren't able to do in any of those other contexts before, to take a little bit of risk. And a lot of artists have gone on to have either their first show or really do something new in their work that has helped to push their practice. Locust has supported both artists from Miami and beyond. That's always been the connection, is that there's always someone from locally and then from beyond, nationally, internationally. But Locust has given a lot of artists opportunities over the 20 years that it's been in existence. We've shown over 350 artists in 150 exhibitions. Out of the Box was the first iteration of a temporary public art project. And the idea was to get out of the box of the gallery space and get out into the community. It's evolved into what we call Art on the Move, and you're actually seeing some of the art on the move behind us. And Art on the Move are, again, temporary public art projects that exist in the public sphere, but typically on maybe bus backs and billboards and taxi tops to even rooftops, like the headless chickens that are behind me. So Locust Arts Builders is a summer art intensive for teens. Miami is really fortunate to have some amazing art programs in our high schools. And so we really wanted to take the space that we have and turn it over to students during the summer. So we invite about 20 to 25 high school students who apply with their portfolio and who are then selected to come and take us over and build an exhibition from scratch. So they're here with us for 4 weeks, and actually we have that show up right now. So our current exhibition is by our Summer Art Intensive for Teens. It's Locust Art Builders. And we had 20 high school students with us for 4 weeks. And they came up with an exhibition that really focuses on really timely issues that kids are facing today. They call the show Just Another Day. And it really focuses on the normalized violence that kids are experiencing in their lives. And they really talk about how today, it's just another day when you have a child that's shot in a school, or everything to the Pulse nightclub. They focused on that everydayness and the normalization of violence that youth are experiencing, but how they can kind of take agency and really try to have empathy for that shared experience. So in September, we're going to be going back to our roots in some ways. We're 20 years old this year, And Locust started really scrappy and resourceful, 3 artists on a shoestring. And 2 of those founding artists have organized an exhibition that they're calling 2020. It's 20 artists in 20 hours who are going to have 1-hour exhibitions for 20 consecutive hours. They're going to have a small space, a small budget, and we're going to stay up all night and have a lot of fun. So Locust Projects chooses its artists both through invitation but also through an open call. So if you are an artist and interested in seeing how you might be able to have an exhibition at Locust Projects, which focuses on site-specific exhibitions, really immersive installation art, you can go to our website at locustprojects.org, and we usually have an open call that's available, and you submit your portfolio, your CV, and we have a jury that will go through those submissions and make a selection. We do about 10 shows per year, and so there's lots of opportunities every year here for artists at Locust Projects.